Well, let me say how pleased we are that you are here, and welcome to Atlanta, welcome to the National Park, and to this area where Dr. King grew up, the church in which he served as a co-pastor, the street that he ran up and down, the community that knew him so well, and the city that looked to him for positive leadership. This is a national park, not a King Center, a national park, one of the most outstanding national parks in America. Out of 300 some odd national parks, this is the most outstanding ones because of the plight and the progress of the civil rights movement, primarily led by Dr. King. Dr. King has gone down in history as one to be alive today if he had not looked forward to this generation and saw you coming here and knew that it was against the law for you to be in here and I'm in the same building unless there's a 7-foot wall in between. He gave his life that the doors of opportunity would swing open. He's laying out there in the watery grave now dead, but you are here. History is not always nice. Sometimes it's rejected, sometimes it's refuted, sometimes it's embarrassing. But whether accepted, rejected, refuted, or embarrassed or not, history is history. And that's the only reason you are here. Where you are has been watered with blood, sweat, tears, and untimely deaths of individuals, white and black. Yes, white. Many white people gave their lives. You didn't know this. Many of them gave their lives so you could enjoy your life. Many. It's not written as much as Dr. King's death is written, no. And many people don't know how many white folks got killed or, well, involved in the civil rights movement. If it had not been for many of them, you would not be here. Dr. King did not do it alone. He had many comrades of all colors. I was with the last white boys who got murdered. Just was sitting at a table registering blacks to vote, and they were murdered. They was on our voters registration committee. They were buried in a shallow grave. I was with the last white lady who got her brains blew out. She was on our transportation committee, drove 600 miles just to work with us. She's from my hometown, Detroit, Michigan. Got her brains blew out. Many white ministers from Connecticut and New York came down, and many of them were beaten. Photographers had their ribs kicked in, cameras broken. Yes, where you are, you're enjoying the fruit of someone else's labor. You're walking in the footprints of individuals who gave their lives. I spoke to school just a few moments ago, and I said to those young people, the only reason you are here is because of the footprints Dr. King and his comrades left in the sands of time. And when you become of age, what kind of footprints are you going to leave behind? Because there are other children younger than you are, students younger than you are, that are coming behind you, young people and children that admire you. What kind of footprints will you leave behind? We're living in a dangerous generation, and it's so sad. And I know that you keep up with the news, but so many times we don't pay it any attention because we think it's not going to happen to me. Look at all those children got killed just a few weeks ago. Children in school. Parents still weeping because they lost so many children. always another one. It's never the same child getting killed. It's always another one. Who will be the next one? I don't know. I have grandchildren graduating from Howard University next month, and I pray that God will protect them and see them safely back home. But just like many other children have gotten killed, I had one son to get killed. So I know the hurt that parents bear. So we said to all of our children, be very, very careful, because the doors of opportunity are open now, and open so wide, it makes some of us kind of careless and unconcerned and feel deserving and never give the other person credit for having opened the doors so you could walk through. This is a historical building, and history is not always nice. This is the most prestigious building in the city of Atlanta. Not the oldest, not the largest, but one of the most prestigious buildings in the city of Atlanta. Why? Because of her accomplishments. This is a historical building, and I asked students just a few moments ago, what is history? And do you not know, some of the students could not tell me what history is? And if I would ask you, what is history? How many of you actually know what history is? Tell me, raise your hand. How many know what history is? How many know what history is? Now don't look around now, don't look around, look at me, look at me. Look at me. I'm not gonna point you out. I see one hand. I see a half a hand. I said, what is history? What is history? What is history? I see a half an elbow. What is history? What is history? All right, very good. This little pretty girl right here, she got her hand up and just smiling. I'm not gonna call on you, but I know you know, because you wouldn't have raised your hand. What is history? Let me ask you another question now. How many of you ever gotten a little whipping? Have you ever gotten a whipping? Spanking? Very good. Okay, very. I raised both of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's history. Anything of the past is history. Don't ever forget that now. So if someone asks you, what is history? What are you going to tell them? The past. That's all you need to tell them. If they want to know more, let them ask more. But now they say, if I say, what is history? What do you tell me? Very good, the past. Now, one more question. Is history always nice? I can't hear a head shaking. Is history always nice?
No.
Is history always bad?
No.